Hi again, YouTubers. So this is a review of the Coastal Scents brush. It's also a comparison, actually. The Coastal Scents buffing brush, and this is what it looks like. And if you've watched my videos for a while, I have talked about the Coastal Scents 518 brush, and this is what this one looks like. And if you look at them, they look very similar. Similar in height, density, everything like that. The 518 is a dual fiber brush, has two different types of fibers it looks like. Might not. No, I think it is. It's hard to, no, maybe not. I'm not 100% sure on that. But the two brushes themselves, this brush is actually, the buffing brush is actually all one piece, meaning the brush bristles are one piece. It's not two separate pieces. And I have loved this brush for quite some time for foundation application, and I really like how it applies. A lot of people have complained though that it's a little bit rough, that it can be, when it gets the foundation on it, kind of separates and causes it to be a little bit rough on the skin, which if you have sensitive skin or dry skin, you don't want that to happen because it'll cause more flaking. So people had told me that this was the replacement brush for that. And I kept just thinking about it, and I didn't want to order it, and I didn't know if I would replace, if it would replace this one. So people said that they purchased it and it seemed to be the same, but they hadn't had this one. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy it. We'll see, double check, and just find out. So I picked up the new brush. This is what Coastal Scents, if you contact them, says is their replacement for the 518. Why they had to replace it, I don't know. So when I got it, I was impressed with how soft it is. It is very dense, very similar. The 518 is a little bit more soft or pliable, whereas this new one is a little bit more dense. It is definitely a softer brush, so when you're applying, it is definitely a softer feeling bristle. It is not quite as pokey as sometimes, that's the only word I can think of to explain it, the 518 can be. It does apply foundation very nicely. It has a longer handle, as you can see, but in a silver ferrule instead of the all one piece one here. But I do think that after kind of going back and forth about this, this is a very good dupe for that. It is also a little bit softer. So if you were somebody that felt as if the 518 was just too rough on your skin, this might be a good option for you. Or if you just didn't like the way it applied, then stick with something a little bit softer, like a Sephora 55 airbrush brush or something like that. So it is a very, very, very similar brush. And I will post the link on my blog for the pricing and where you can purchase this. But if you were somebody that had seen my videos on the 518 and were like dying to get a hold of it and were considering this one, but you weren't sure if it was the same, it does end up giving you the same end result. It is just a little bit more dense and it is just a little bit softer. So I hope this review helped you guys out if you were considering the 518 or the Coastal Scents Buffer brush. So let me know if you have any questions, and thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye.